Greetings and welcome back to Switched to Linux. Wednesday, time for another live stream. This begins the live marathon. I stream live Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So, you guys can jump on anytime. Alright, so let's see what's going on here in the comment world. Of course, we're going to be talking about how to protect your domains, or as the long title is, how domains were exploited for threats and extortion and what you can do about it. Intriguing. But let's see who is online right now. Greetings all. We have STS Tech, Jesse, Crypto, Lord Annex, Pirates Reality, Snap. Oh, Snap. How's it going there? Joseph Aller. How's it going there? Let's see. Thomas Holt. Hello, Thomas. Greetings to you. And anyone else on Frost Ranger of the Frozen Realm? Greetings. Paul. Hello there. John. Greetings to you. And Margaret. Hello there. Yes, Sleepy Cat, who got up and ran away. Jeff Hope. Greetings. Hello there, Jeff. Assume you should mitigate that by updating. Let's see. Mr. Night Fluffy 72. Greetings, Mr. Night Fluffy. How about getting the latest kernel? Alright, let's see. Thursday already for you. Alright, well, welcome. Welcome, time travelers from the future. Hello, Dot. Greetings to you. Kids are dying because the parents won't let them get vaccinated. Well, yeah, I mean, I could talk about the vaccination issue. It's not a clear-cut and simple one. The unfortunate reality is too many of the pharmaceutical companies have bought in and polluted too much information. There are some things we should vaccinate against, but there's some things like, why are you trying to vaccinate against that? It makes me wonder. But I don't want to talk about that on the show here today. JM, greetings to you. What we are going to be talking about today is this exciting issue around, if you guys remember that whole December threat email scam that I'm not going to use that word. Starts with a B, because, you know, monetization and stuff. But I will show some articles talking about what I am going to be telling you about. So we're going to dive in and talk about this. I'm going to record the button so I can record this. And I will probably have a secondary topic as well that we will do today. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Welcome back to Switch to Linux. Today we're going to talk about internet domains, and this is an interesting little point of interest because of some recent news and some things that have been going around. So, of course, if you remember back to December, just a month ago from when I'm recording this, that this was probably one of the most intriguing email scam lists going around, because basically it said, yes, people are in physical danger, give us a bunch of bitcoins or else you're going down. And this was sent out to, I mean, thousands. I think the local high school may have encountered it. I know Penn State main campus had several departments have this email sent all over the place. So literally every country, whatever. So basically you got this email and it was basically like, I inform you that my man carried, yeah, I mean, you can easily tell, Hooked on Phonics didn't work for these morons. And basically they're saying, give us $20,000 of Bitcoin or else, you know, your life, your business, whatever is kapooey. Well, it actually turns out that this email list is related to this one that I did a video on just a few weeks back. When did I do this? December 23rd. And you probably all have seen this email land in your spam boxes at some point in time, basically saying, hey, I caught you doing nasty stuff on the internet, and if you don't pay me some money in my Bitcoin wallet here, then, you know, then I'm going to release this all to social media. It's like, yeah, you know, A, I wouldn't be doing any of that kind of stuff with a webcam or on a computer. B, what social media? C, you know, Yeah, no, not happening. And one of the things that I looked at, because I have so many different emails I control, I've been keeping an eye on these Bitcoin wallets. And it's like the Bitcoin wallets are all seemingly random. So it's kind of interesting to see what's going on here. In fact, I don't even know why they blocked out the Bitcoin wallet. Dude, don't block out the Bitcoin wallet. This is the Bitcoin wallet. These are kind of public things. When these Bitcoin numbers are out there and we report these numbers, then people are like, oh, you're aware that this is used in a scam, right? And it actually makes it, the more you show these numbers, the easier it is to track them down, because hint for the scammers, Bitcoin is not untraceable. Okay, it's not. It's public. It's a public record. Bitcoin is not untraceable. They can be stinged. But anyway, these two email scams are actually very related. They seem to be doing on basically coming from the same group. And they call this, I think they call this the spammy bear, I think. Well, it actually turns out is a weakness in GoDaddy, among other guys. Now, GoDaddy's not the only one involved here, but they are the biggest because they control more domains than most others, and GoDaddy is the one place where people buy a lot of domains and just leave them sit there. So we'll talk about how this works here in a minute. But let me grab, so spammy bear is what this is being called. So basically what happens is people buy domains and they don't necessarily hook them up to a server. You buy the domain, you're like, yeah, I'm going to do something with this domain, and then you just leave it sit there and you don't actually do anything with it. And it turns out that these emails were traced back, and they found domains attached to the emails. They were owned by Expedia and Mozilla and Yelp and other big name companies. So people are like, what's going on? Were these companies hacked? No. It was a weakness primarily in GoDaddy. Literally every single domain linked back to this scam was on GoDaddy servers. But it turns out that this is a vulnerability we've known about for several years, and a small school blogger and who also knew some security stuff actually first reported this. And I actually, after looking into this, I actually found that there were articles criticizing GoDaddy for how they're managing their things back since at least 2015. So all this spammy stuff could have been stopped a long time ago if people heeded the warnings of this guy who put this information out there. I'm trying to find the link to his site. It's in here somewhere. So Matthew Bryant, and this is actually his article. Now his article here goes back to 2016. I actually found articles actually going back to 2015 on this very issue. So this is an old issue. And what happens is that, you know, these companies, and big companies particularly, buy up boatloads of domains, you know, Expedia, socks.com, Expedia, whatever else. You buy them up and then you just don't do anything. You just sit there and squat on them so that, you know, nobody else can buy them. But what else do you do? Well, what happens is that when you have a domain and you don't actually point it anywhere, then what ends up happening is it lands kind of in this place where they do a page like this. And this is a domain that is controlled by one of my clients, and I threw this domain in here. And basically, these just kind of sit here. Now this one here, while it looks vulnerable, it's actually not. I actually fixed all of the domains in this client's system today. It took a long time. And so what we did is we got these fixed to mitigate against this issue. But for whatever reason, GoDaddy still shows this page. And when a domain is technically orphaned, it sits on the domain. There's a domain controller for it, but there's not a host record going to it. Now, for security, a good server will land you on this page. This means a server has captured it and is not letting much go. Still potentially vulnerable, but not as easy. So how does this exploit work? Well, it turns out that GoDaddy has a pile of name server things. And they're, NS1, NS2, all the way on up to, I've seen into the hundreds. and they're ns1.domaincontrol.com. So if you see domaincontrol.com in a host record, it is a GoDaddy domain. And what happens is GoDaddy distributes these domains across a variety of different servers, and then they just sit there on the server with nothing happening to it. And what happens particularly in GoDaddy, and why GoDaddy is particularly vulnerable to this, is that all of their name server groups are linked together. And so if you control a domain on GoDaddy, no one else can come in and create another domain record on GoDaddy. Which is like, well, that makes sense, but you might want to do something like that for a dev server, okay? Now, what happens is if it worked like a smaller hosting company and they sequestered these into different groups, you could in theory do this, but GoDaddy doesn't, and it leaves a big vulnerability. So what ends up happening is the domain sits there, there is a host record for it, but there's no server on it. And so you get a page like this one. So this is the tlm.li domain, which if you go to it right now points to this. Now, what anybody on GoDaddy could literally do is if you identify one of these domains, and they're easy to spot because they have a page that looks like this, all you literally have to do is come into your cPanel, create an add-on domain, give it the domain name. This is tlml.link. Add the domain. Okay. And with that, I'm going to come back over to this one. We're going to go into our file manager. And now what should happen here is we will have a folder for it. Oh, look at this. And now let's go ahead and just create something. Let's go ahead and I should be able to create a file. There we are. Let's do index.php and let's edit the file. Now I don't want to save the file. I would like to edit the file. There we are. We're going to edit the file and we've got pwned. Save the changes. And it might take a few moments. Yeah, it's going to take me a few moments, particularly since I need to clear the cache out on the browser. Let me just see if I can. Actually, there's something I can do here. Let me go into history, and let me find. I might have to reset the, let me try this. Let me just create this in a new private window. Switch the private window over so you guys can see it. And this should work. It might, like I said, it might take just a few moments. There we are. Now we've just successfully taken over the domain. Okay. That is literally how easy it is, because what they do is the domain is sitting there, but not actually being used when it's sitting there. And so what ends up happening is someone can come in here, drop it inside of their control panel, and now just create an email. They can scam it out. They can do all sorts of things, and then they can abandon their free account. That's how easy it works. Because they don't have a system in place to prevent the domain from being inappropriately added to somebody else's account. That is literally how easy it is to pull off this heist. Now, could be some more slight complexities, but overall, that's the general principle behind how it works. Now, what can you do about it? That is our important part. So, number one, if you own any domains, you absolutely always make sure they are pointing to a server. Okay, that server could be whatever. Just point them somewhere. You're going to need to have a server put to point them to. Otherwise, your domain is vulnerable. So keep some cheap as you can. Maybe a free server. Point to that. Keep it going. Whatever. You can do that kind of stuff. The second thing, what makes my particular setup very secure is that I'm using what are called glue records. And a glue record basically means that I'm not using anybody's name servers, even A2 hosting. I'm not using their name servers. I'm using my name servers. So when you go into any of the domains controlled by me that I own, it pings back to my name servers. Now you have to be on only my server has access to those name servers. So the absolute best thing you can do when you buy a domain, get some glue servers, some glue records set up, point those glue records to your own server and change your domain name record, your DNS settings to your glue records. Basically, it's your own ns1.yourdomain.com. Set that up, point all of your domains to that, and then the best security, then go into your hosting control panel or your cPanel and create a server for each of those. Create a vhost for each of those. If you're on basic Apache, whatever you're doing, make sure your domains are always pointed somewhere. What happened with this case is it was the orphaned domains that were co-opted, and when these orphan domains were co-opted, anybody on any other server that those domain names were pointed to can actually get in and take over the domain if you're not using it first. That is how frightening this is. And so, yeah, we probably need to control and have a little bit better way to have this this working. This is not exclusive to GoDaddy. In fact, the guy that did the original security research on this, he personally found security vulnerabilities in Google Cloud, Amazon's Route 53, so that's AWS, Rackspace, and DigitalOcean in addition to GoDaddy. So a lot of companies are potentially susceptible to this. It just has to do with what happens when a domain is, when a server goes down and the records are still pointed to your name servers. That's literally what it is. So honestly, this is kind of frightening stuff. The best take-home message is if you control any web domains, make sure they're always pointed to a server, and if possible, create your own glue records for your servers. Now, you need a server to go into. Of course, this is where I use A2 hosting for mine. So if you use the link tlm.li/A2H, then you will find that is my affiliate link for A2 hosting. And this is a great place to host your domains. I have my glue records are pointed to my VPS over here. This is what I'm using as a VPS. Whether you need shared, reseller, hosting, dedicated, any type of hosting, check out A2 hosting. I've been using their services for I think about a year and a half now. Really like their pricing. Really like how everything works. You can get managed or you can get unmanaged servers. Everything over there works pretty good. So if you do not have your domains pointed to a server, make sure your domains are pointed to a server, or this spammy bear might come and take them over. That is right. That is right. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Wonder what you need to do to protect your domain. Just make sure it's pointed to a server. Let's see. It is not just a GoDaddy thing. It affects a lot of different hosting companies. And play both sides of the vaccine debate. Absolutely agree, 100%. Like vaccinating babies for sexually transmitted diseases. Well, don't be a... Never mind. I'm not going to go there. Woo! Makes some people very sick and defeats the purpose. Yep. Your email has been hacked. Emails daily. Yep. Does the Steam client on Linux collect data? I don't know. Router vulnerability one, they hacked a Cisco router. Yeah, what's Cisco router? Yeah. I use Proton Mail, easy fix, stop using Gmail. There you go. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings to you. I've been sent Bitcoin blackmail about an old password I used over a year ago. Oh boy. Can generate a wallet address at any time. One wallet can host an infinite addresses, no traceable links between them. Oh, I'm sure they're going to Gmails too. It's probably Gmail does a better job of filtering them out, is my thought. If the scanners would send messages to my father, he'd go, how do you know I'm looking at it? Yeah. He agrees, stop using Gmail. It's hard to completely get Google out of your life. Now, email spoofing is so easy to do. Also, I can send an email using any from address anytime. Yeah, that's how PHP contact form works. Did I take a look at Hawkhost? Yeah, no, I probably won't, honestly. Can you look at the email source? Yeah, it's using a Tor node. If you actually look at that video, I'll put a link to that video. If you actually look at that video, I actually show you. I showed you the routing. It's a Tor address. Okay, spoofed emails have nothing to do with domain or DNS. It's just, yeah, it's all they're doing is harvesting emails that find their way on the internet and just blast out. It's just a massive spam bot. It's a spammy bear. Using Chromium for everything, Google, and using WaterFox for everything else. Google domains and Facebook blocked on WaterFox. Very good. It's server not found instead of the GoDaddy landing. GoDaddy sounds bad. It is very bad. GoDaddy sucks. Hello, Sleepy. Greetings. How's it going there? Did I miss? Not sure what time you came in at. Dead domains. Go to my CWP dead page. No cPanel proprietary software on my server. Yep. Yeah, as long as they go somewhere. That's, I mean, you put them into an old page said this site is dead or you know. LI has a Cloudflare bypass vulnerability exposing MirrorHost. There's no Cloudflare attached to it whatsoever. I intentionally do not attach Cloudflare to anything because I do not trust the company. Yeah, if I wanted to use Cloudflare, I'd set up Cloudflare to be working. Yeah, if you attempt to access it with Cloudflare, oh, it's like Google going down, you know, wanting to take over the internet. Cloudflare is an evil company. Remember, this is the company that the CEO woke up one morning in a bad mood and banned somebody from Cloudflare because he felt like it. And he had the power, the authority, and the technical ability to do that. I ain't giving Cloudflare crap. That's why I don't use 1.1.1.1 at this point. That's why I don't put my sites on it. I don't care. It's a slimy, scummy company, just like the other slimy, scummy companies. So yeah, if I use Cloudflare and I wanted to, I would set it up. Greetings, Ricky. How's it going there? Pointing to GoDaddy's name server, so if you have a GoDaddy hosting account, you can capture it. Yep. Free domain parking can act as the server as well. Free domains, woohoo! Yep. Gmail is only useful for junk mail. Use Proton for real, yep. But Super Mario Run, it's a mobile game. It's overpriced, but it's really fun. There you go. DigitalOcean, yep. DigitalOcean is one of the ones on the list. Also try to understand servers and domains, but that is beyond the head. Oh, don't worry about it. All right. Name server is in a black box right behind me. Most secure name server on the planet, aside from having a fire suppression system. Yep. Hello, Jessica. Is pizzalovingnerd.com protected? Yeah, because it's pointed to a server. As long as it's pointed to a server. Did I look at October CMS? No. Stop asking. I've had some. I think you've asked a couple of times. Okay, when I publish this book I'm working on, and then the second one, and then get the site launched, and then mitigate 16 other sites, then I'll have a chance to look at October. I don't have a lot of free time to just sit here and look at random CMSs. It is on my list, which means eventually it'll probably be a cold day in hell, but I will get to it. But in the meantime, yeah, I haven't looked at it. No, because it's super low on the priority list for me. But yes, I will have a look at it eventually. No time soon. Projected time to look at it, maybe 2022. Maybe sooner, but okay. Well, my domain is pointed to a server, but it's through DigitalOcean's name servers. Stupid YouTube did not alert me you were live. Oh, hello. Only had one, your email has been hacked. Yep, they didn't spoof the email, so it's my email. Steam client collects data, yes. Harmless stuff mostly. The Steam-powered site runs Google Analytics. All right. Domain, but only for an email. Am I eligible to be hacked? As long as it's pointed to a server, you are okay. It's just what's called an orphan domain. It's a domain that's registered but not pointed to a server. WordPress domains are the most vulnerable. It's probably time to move to Joomla. I don't think WordPress isn't any more susceptible as far as domains are concerned. The CMS, perhaps, yes. Attach should show timestamps, yep. Okay, screw Cloudflare, Google, Microsoft, all corporations control the world, yep. Well, Quad 1 is Cloudflare. Quad 9 is Google. Exactly one website in history I use Cloudflare on, never again. Too many problems. I'll pay for DDoS mitigation if I need to, but in many cases you don't. Yep. I'll have to check the domains now. Yep. So all I did to mitigate I think we had 40 some domains on my client's account. Basically all I did is I went in and I changed all their records from GoDaddy's default name servers to our glue name servers, because we have glue records. They've just never been set up on any of the domains. All right, time to look at the random distro on a computer. It's already running fine. Yep, yeah, I know. All right, I'm sorry. All right, anyone using Android Google free? Yes, I actually do. Any real way to hide on the internet? Yeah, you just have to be careful. Thanks for more paranoia. Oh, don't stick around. I have another section, and we'll get into a little bit more paranoia there. What if a domain isn't pointed to anything? Then someone, if it's on a big server or something, someone can get in and capture it. Yep. Yes, you can buy a domain at WordPress. Yes. Used Android without Google, all Google services disabled, but in the end, it still has trackers. Do you recommend any public DNS other than Cloudflare? I haven't bothered with them. I'd probably look into OpenDNS, but I don't know anything about them other than that. Let's see. All right, give me a second here. Let me find some. Somewhere around here. There it is. Okay. Just need to grab a couple links over here, reset, and we'll go into another fun topic. We're just going to look at a couple of interesting YouTube videos. We're not actually going to watch them, but I'm going to load them up here and tell you just some interesting, fascinating things to think about. All right, and one more thing I need to do. I need to come into here and into here, and I need to drop a new title on real quick. No, wrong button. The algorithm cometh. That is our second part of the show. The algorithm cometh. All right. Used OpenDNS off and on over the years, however, mostly back to DLS days when my ISP's DNS servers sucked for performance. My ISP looks open, Google, Cloudflare's DNS services. Yep. Question, if I'm able to get into the root folder of my Android, can I find and delete trackers manually? Probably not. But to get into the root folder on your Android device is not a trivial task. Lineage can do it on some devices because they have the ability to ADB as root. Otherwise, you'd have to root the phone. All right, let's jump on into the algorithm cometh, shall we? Welcome back to SwitchedtoLinux. Well, you know, I've been talking about some things for a while, primarily surrounding this exciting video released from Google called the Selfish Ledger. And if you are not familiar with this, this is a video I recommend everybody download a copy of it, grab your YouTube DL applications and download a copy of this and watch this at least once a month so that you can take note of what is going on in the world. So the Selfish Ledger, if you have missed it, is basically about Google coming in and effectively talking about how they're going to change everything for the better of the world. And so they have broken this down into a couple of different different things here. And there is actually a great breakdown of this video by TruthStream Media. Might be too conspiracy theory towards some people, I don't know, but they did have certainly an interesting take. So we have this is the chapter 1. And then basically chapter 1 is talking about how we are getting us used to utilizing their services so they become part of us. Chapter 2 is actually, I missed chapter 2. Where's chapter 2 at? Chapter 2 is actually about how the ledger starts to write itself. And then chapter 3 talks about how we are going to become one with the algorithm. So this is basically an entire philosophy training video talking from Google's perspective about how we're going to get people used to the system. We're going to start putting a bug under the ear what they want. We're going to start writing our own algorithm, and then eventually we're going to become one, else the algorithm, rather than feeding us what it thinks we want, it starts instead feeding us what it wants us to know. This is a creepy video. It is a somber video, and you should watch it at least once a month. So you can grab a copy of it, and you can watch this, and you can see what this ultimate end goal is, which is all about technically saving the world from ourselves as they do this. And this is kind of interesting, especially when you get into, of all things, a Boogie2988 video released yesterday, where he says, should I give up on YouTube? The state of the channel in 2019. Well, what's interesting about this video is he starts talking about some of the things that if you follow Boogie, and I don't follow him a lot, I've seen the occasional video, but he has the Francis montage. He talks about the personal health a lot. He does a lot of these types of things. And apparently, since he's got several million subscribers, he's got some close connections to YouTube, and multiple people at YouTube told him, Francis is going to hurt your channel. And so last year, he started downplaying the Francis character, which I'm not sure I've ever actually watched a Francis video. But he starts downplaying the Francis character a little bit, still liking it, still finding it a valuable character for some things. But they told him if you continue to do Francis, it's going to hurt the channel. And then they told him subsequently, and he explains all this in this little 10-minute video, he explains in this video that then they even told him, hey, you need to stop looking at YouTube as a community. Let me see if I can find that spot.
Stop treating it like anything else. What you need to treat. I had one of the higher up YouTubers tell me, Boogie, you have to stop treating it like a community. You have to stop treating it like an audience. You have to stop treating it like anything else. What you need to treat it like is a search engine.
Okay, so somebody at YouTube told him you need to stop treating YouTube as a platform, stop treating it as a place to upload data, stop treating it as a community, stop treating it as a place to get together, and treat it instead as a search engine. In other words, do the stories that the algorithm wants, which is why if you pull up your YouTube feed recently, all you're seeing is all of the latest controversy. You watch a Gillette ad, and now all you see is commentary about the Gillette stuff, pro or con, whatever it happens to be. Hashtag shave with Schick, okay? Because Gillette's gone into the culture war and screw them. Shave with Schick. There you go. Hashtag shave with Schick. All right? And so, really, what he's talking about is YouTube's telling him to stay relevant, to have your videos promoted, to be there, you have to move from YouTube, shift from it being a platform, a community, into a search engine. This is the direction the algorithm's going. And there was some very fascinating commentary on this by Eli, the computer guy. Now, if you used to watch Eli and you stopped watching him, I stopped watching Eli. I used to watch a lot of what he did, and then I stopped watching him because it just got long, drawn out, and rambly and pointless. But in the last couple weeks, he actually started taking his long rambles and breaking them into topical sections, and I watch a lot of those. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So go check out Eli's channel again if you used to watch Eli. And he did this amazing video talking exactly about this selfish ledger concept, although never actually mentioned it by name. So I'm not sure if he's aware of the selfish ledger or not. But what he does here is he talks about how the algorithm is changing, and now Boogie has to make a decision, do what he wants to do for his channel and for his community, or do what the algorithm directs. And some of the things that Eli's talking about is how we don't even understand what the algorithm does. Let me see if I can find some clips. I didn't actually pull these out, so I don't remember exactly where they are. So I might have to struggle to find these.
Want any of that. Again, what I find funny with Susan W. And you go over to his, they don't want any of that. Again, what I find funny with Susan W. that are not available in the mainstream media, right? YouTube was about this weird, nutty, schizophrenic, whatever the hell it is, community. That is the thing that we called YouTube.
Okay, so he's commenting on Boogie's. Boogie raises 4.5 million subscribers based on the premise that it is a community. Now he's going to go on and say that it's no longer a community. Susan W. gets up and says, this is now a search engine. It's now an algorithm. And they don't even understand how it's working, because the algorithm has started to write itself. We have entered chapter 2 of the Selfish Ledger, people. We are in chapter 2 of the Selfish Ledger. We have gotten addicted to the services. We have gotten it used to, Google's the best place to get information. Google's the best thing. Google seems to know what I want. Now the algorithm is starting to write itself. This is chapter 2. This is the pen of Cornelius Fudge. Now, if you notice those chapters, and I have not verified this, my apologies if I'm wrong, but according to the TrueStream Media's analysis of Selfish Ledger, and I think it's accurate, Chapter 1 translates, I believe it's an Italian phrase, and it translates the talking cricket or the chirping cricket. Basically talking about the old movie Jiminy Cricket, the old character, the little bug in your ear, the little thing that's constantly looking. Okay, the second chapter, the pen of Cornelius Fudge. If you're familiar with Harry Potter, the pen of Cornelius Fudge, never mentioned by notice, you see it in the background and it makes appearances, I believe, in the books. It writes itself. It's self-writing. Chapter 3 is un pluribus unus, which is the Latin phrase, together we are one. Okay, that is what this is happening. This is phase 2. This is the algorithm is writing itself. So it is more imperative now that you understand the selfish ledger and why you want to minimize the amount of Google services in your life. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, let's see. All right, so you guys still watching. I'm going to drop these in. There is the selfish ledger. Here is Boogie's video. And here is Eli's video. So you can have those 3 videos. Have a look at those videos. Okay. If I'm, okay, let's see, I've already been there. Recently got rid of Cloudflare, so I dodged a bullet. Okay, Google hasn't taken down Selfish Ledger yet? Nope. Gonna watch that Selfish Ledger video, yep. Boogie is love. Wait, what? Yeah. Stop streaming YouTube as a community. That's why I'm on YouTube, you know? Okay, I saw those on my recommendations too. Love Eli, but I agree. Dumped his content because I didn't care about his long jibber jabber. I followed him because I was learning things. But there's no community on his channel now. Yeah, go check him out again. He's started taking his long rambles and actually breaking it down into consumable portions. And some of them, they're really good. He's doing some really good stuff too. Google is pushing YouTube to be a social media platform. Yep, which is unfortunate. Gillette's ad is stupid. Men don't want to be talked down to, and if your target audience is men and you talk down to them, you're going to lose tons of money. Yep. Yeah, but they're also owned by Procter & Gamble, so they own Nabisco. Yeah, they're going to do just fine. Yep. If I watch Eli now, I put it on 2 times speed. Yep. So the YouTube vloggers will have to switch to Vimeo. Watch some of the live streams. Only recently found him. Was not aware of him until now. Yeah, he's got some good stuff. Come to the duck side. We have cookies and privacy. Time to abandon ship. I've already switched to DuckDuckGo for search. Now we have PeerTube and BitChute to replace YouTube. Yep. Use Cerex to include the DGG search engine, but I also love DGG to death. We are a nutty community. That's that's it. I'm getting off YouTube. Bye. See ya. Bye. Bye. I'm back. Oh, okay. You're back. All right. Okay. If you and enough other creators go to Floatplane or host your own videos on a website, I'll drop YouTube and just go to the different sites to consume the content I like. Yeah. Yeah. Off topic, of a pair of X5675s to install my server. Nice. All right, let's see. I've made it to the bottom of 2 topics, and I've made it to, we're only 44 minutes in, really? See if I can rustle up a kitty cat. Kitty. Kitty. I hear kitty. I hear pitter patter of kitty foot. Hi, buddy. Come on up. Come on up. You gotta jump today. I'm gonna make you jump. You want the kitty treats? You gotta jump. I think he just scoffed at me. Come on. Come on, buddy. You have to jump. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Jump, you fat cat. Jump. Dude, jump. I'm not picking you up. Come on. It's up here, buddy. It's up here. You gotta jump for it. Come on. Come on. Oh, smell that? There you go. All right, you got a bonus treat. You guys can't see him as well, but he gets a bonus treat for jumping. All right. You ready, buddy? You ready? Come on. We're going to get you another one. Want to stick your paw in there? Here you go. You want to stick your paw in there? Go ahead and stick your paw in there. Or your face. I guess he's sticking his face in there. Paw or face? What are you sticking in there, buddy? And you get one more. Oh, right here. There you go. Are they finger licking good? They're finger licking good, aren't they? Yes, they are. You want to hang up or hang out up here, kitty? Or are you going to be a fair weather friend and leave now that you got your kitty treats? What do you think, huh? Want to hang out? Want to hang? There you go. He's like, where are the kitty treats? Dude, the kitty treats are gone. I need to get out of here, man. The kitty treats are gone. I need to go. Oh, fair weather friend it is. All right. All right, kitty. You want to not knock my camera over, though? I guess he's just going to chill out there for a little bit. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, your data belong to us. Quit crinkling that bag. My dog's going nuts. Good evening. Must be the end. Yes, Steven, you came up just for that. Oh, yep. Q1 Fiend made it just in time for the kitty as well. Cat, why do you treat me like this, Tom? Hey, what? I gave you your kitty treats. You just had to jump. You need to burn a couple calories. Yes, you did. He's like, yeah, I know. All right. Well, I think that kind of brings us to the end. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to break these into little clips. I'll probably upload probably one of them today, and maybe I'll save the other one and upload the other one on Sunday. Because I want to spend a little bit more time on Saturday. I want to start working on a plan for some Nextcloud tutorials, some more advanced Nextcloud stuff. So what we're going to do when I'm doing some more involved clips, so like I want to do one through cubes if I get a chance. Nextcloud, I've had a lot of requests for. So I'm going to do some more advanced stuff on how to get that running. And when we do that, I'm probably going to skip doing a Sunday video unless I can fit one onto a live show like this. If I can, I'll do it. If I can't, we're not going to have a Sunday video. It's just so I have more time on Saturday to work on figuring out a better, basically more in-depth tutorials on some things like Nextcloud. So let's see. Is there a bearing on the floor stereo model speakers? What's the opposite of the selfish ledger? The selfless ledger? Whatever it is, we need to combat it. Yeah. I have a wonderful website. Thank you very much. Which website? I have a lot of websites. Kitty took off again. Oh, well. Switch to Chromium, but I'm running Fedora. Oh, you can use Chromium on Fedora. Google has different domains. Domains for their Google search engine. I have all of them blocked. Yep. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is about to live stream. So check on out Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88's channel. He's going to do a live stream here in a minute. I will turn it on, but it's right about my dinner time. So I'll turn it on so you have a view, and I'll say hi if I get the chance. But check out Yu-Gi-Oh!'s live stream. He'll be on. And let's see, tomorrow we'll do a supporters stream. Not sure the topic is. If you're a supporter and you want to suggest a topic, let me know. It's one less thing I have to do. Chromium on Fedora doesn't run YouTube properly. Pizza. WaterFox does. Use WaterFox. Switch to Linux. Thank you. Yes, thanks for that. Yes, that one, that website is pretty good. My biggest site is actually my Christian site, where I have podcast feeds. I stream podcasts from it. I'd link to the YouTube videos, and I have the store stuff. That's actually being redesigned and stuff. Video for us here called Foss Rewind. I'm saving articles to use for the video, which we'll start editing in December. Nice. That sounds like a cool idea. All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and jump off. Check out Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88's channel, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. It should be tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and then I will have a Christian video at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So come on for 2 separate live streams. All right, we will catch you guys later, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.